Hi, Chema. How are you doing? Yeah, good evening, everyone, and welcome to section 1, week 8. Hope you had a nice Saturday. Okay, so this is week 8, section 1, and as always, I'm happy to be here with you. And tomorrow we will be wrapping up with our bootcamp, foundation bootcamp. And while we wait for others to join, so you that are here, if you have any question regarding your final project or cloud in general, be it AWS, Azure, or GCP, or anything that you've stumbled upon and you want me to help you to clarify, you can go ahead and ask your question in the comment section. So that's one benefit of coming in early. So if you have a question, go ahead to ask your questions in the comment section, please, while we wait for others. Question regarding your final project and anything about cloud computing or tech that you want to get my input. So okay, so no questions. Okay, so in absence of no question, I will be asking you questions there. So let's start with Choma. Choma, which of the career paths final project did you work on? Choma, can you tell me the final part career projects that you worked on? Same with Oba King, same with Mary Judith, and can you tell me the final? What is front end? Choma, was there anything like front end? No, I did that assessment. There was nothing that I didn't do anything like front end, please. What is your name, Choma or okay, Choma? Few minutes. I'm going to search for your name. Just give me a few minutes. Okay. I would do. Okay, so let's see. This is okay. I think that's okay. It's fine. I'll just put it over here. I should put this over here. And let's see what. Let's see what we have with. Okay, so Choma, can you help me drop your full name in the comment section, please? Is it okay, Kate Choma? So I can see. No, it's okay, Kate Choma. Joanne, is that it? Yes. Okay. 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 Yes, I found it. So let's see. Okay. So I have you here. So let's see. Individual. Okay. So I've gotten yours. See, Chioma, I think you said this thing before. I think you're confusing me. It is not front end, okay? It is not front end. I think you said this thing before. I think it was on career path. Okay, let me tell you what a front end engineer does or what a front end developer does, Chioma. A front end developer strictly works on front end projects. So the tools that they work with is React, JavaScript, HTML, and I know I didn't give a front-end project. So the project you did is a software project, not a front-end project. Okay? So because this, I didn't give any front-end projects. Okay? Hope that's clear. So tell me, how did you find the projects? Who encountered any challenge during your final project? Can you drop that in the comment section, please? So Choma, it is a software, okay? Software engineer, you don't, like, you could use any tool you could work with. Okay, those ones are called full stacks, okay? So I gave you a software engineer project. I didn't give you a front end project, okay? So did you encounter any challenge during your final project? Who encountered challenge during your final project? Can you let me know, please? Can you put that in the comment section? Can you put that in the comment section? If you encounter challenge during your final project. Okay, Ajoke, what challenge did you encounter, please? Before I start, what's it called? Bashing the people I want to bash because they made me angry. Before I start bashing the people I want to bash for their final project. If you know you encounter challenge, please let me know. I wrote those names somewhere. Cloud fonts. Okay, what happened with cloud fonts, Ajoke? Why are you laughing, Adako? What happened with cloud font, Ajoke? I wrote those names somewhere. Why? What happened? Is it because of your free tier account was over or you encountered technical issues? Oh God, Adaku. This one I have you in this class early today. Hope you don't come and stress me. Okay, so what challenge did you encounter with cloud font? Is it that it is the technical challenge or it's a limitation challenge because you're using a free tier? Adak, Ajoke, Adak, what challenge did you face during your assessment? Oba King as well. Who else? All of you, drop that in the comment section. Ah, okay. So that is free tier limitation. Wow, this free tier has really changed. I'm so sorry to hear about that, but you did well. You didn't do bad. I was impressed as always. You didn't do bad for a free tier account and for a beginner. Yeah, most times it takes long. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just sorry to hear that. Most times the support team it takes long. Yeah. Okay. So on to the next. Adako, what challenge did you encounter? I'm trying to find those the names of the people I want to bash. I wrote it somewhere. I was ready. I can remember one name, but I won't call just one. I remember one. That one is there. So the person I don't want that person to be the only person. It's I think about three or four names I want to bash, and I'm going to I've seen them. Okay, so who else encountered challenge, and I really wanted to explore. Don't worry. Let's say subsequently. What I do is this. Like for me, most times I get free credits from AWS. Maybe like there was this event they did in UK, and if you register to participate in AWS events, most of the times, not always, they could give you a free credit and all of that. And there's something I want to tell you guys today as well. An opportunity with these cloud platforms. There's one opportunity that's going on right now, but it's for students. So if you're a student, you can grab it with your two hands. They give free credit for students and all of that. Okay, not just only AWS, Google Cloud, Azure. So as a student, you're still pitiful. They pity you kind of like, okay, you're a student, you don't have money. So there are a lot of opportunities for being a student. So if you're a student, you can grab these opportunities. So for others who are not students, once in a while, if you get, let's say, if there's a conference or an event AWS is organizing, I don't know for any other platform because I am always an AWS person. So if AWS is organizing, you can go to the event before. If you register, most times they get to give you free credits and all of that. Most of the times, and there's aside from using your own account, there's a way you can practice with AWS. It's called the AWS Builder. I showed that in this bootcamp. So with that platform, you can explore and get to understand some configuration, just the way you want to explore with cloud phones. So you could explore and get to understand some configurations and requirements and components that around each services that you want to explore. Go to AWS Builder. So if you guys want it, I will still introduce it. I will still show you today. Okay. Okay. So Adaku said what? Okay, so yes, if you still have access to your student email, yes, I'm going to show us in this class. So I think it's currently now, even if it's not AWS, there's Google. I think AWS, I think I just recently saw it. I just recently saw it in one of my mentees' posts. So, but we're going to explore it together. We're going to explore it together. Okay, so now, with that being said, I want to say you all tried, you all did your best based on your level, and I'm so impressed as always. But I'm kind of not angry, but a little bit angry at these names I want to call. The reason is because, see, if you go to my LinkedIn post or my GitHub, I don't post always, but when I post, I want to post something that when people get to see it, they know this person puts in the work. Okay, don't just post projects or don't just post on LinkedIn or don't just post on GitHub because let me just show up for the showing up sake. No, it doesn't work that way, love. It doesn't. I want to ask before I say what I want to say. Did I explain the use case of GitHub and specifically the future README in this bootcamp? Did I? If I did, please tell me in the comment section. If I didn't, please tell me no, and I will so glad to explain that. Did I explain GitHub and the README future, what it does in this bootcamp? Did I or did I not do that? I did. Okay. So why did I get your assessment and I'm seeing your README like you're sending a WhatsApp message. Why? Why? Why did I get your readme? And I'm seeing your readme like you're sending a WhatsApp message. That was how short some were. And I was so pissed. Please, the names I want to call, I'm not forcing you, but I'm advising you. If you still want to keep this project in your GitHub and it is public, people will see it. In future, you might be applying to jobs and you're applying using your GitHub and they will go and see this. It's not me. It's not Emanuela that taught you that. Mm-mm. Please go and re-edit it and do the needful. Now, the thing is this. When it comes to GitHub, README, there is no standardized template to write your README files, also to write your README documentation. But there is what is expected of you, the content it should contain. There's no standardized file that you have to do it like you have to do it like no. I do mine differently, others do theirs differently, but the information that is there, the content that is required has to be there. There are certain things, and the content that is required depends on the project that you did. So please, I want you to go back, look at your README, and reconstruct it. If you know this project is just okay, you just put it up there just because I asked you. After the final after the bootcamp, fine, you can take it down, no problem. Hi, good evening, Favor. You can take it down, no problem. Okay, so the first person, but I want to make sure that they are in class first. Wait, so that I don't just say it. Let me see first. Are they in class? Yes, I've seen one. Okay, so the first person, now please, what I'm saying is because I love you and I want to be proud that I taught you. Hopefully some of you are going to get internships, you're going to get volunteering roles, you're going to get entry roles. I want, if possible, if you feel you want to tell me, you could slide to my LinkedIn and tell me I just got this role, and I'll be happy for you. I'll be proud that I taught you Cloud Foundation. Okay, so please, I wish I had someone telling me all of this when I was doing mine. I didn't gatekeep anything for you guys. Even if I know I didn't really go deep into coding, it's because I don't want you to be frustrated. Where is Roots? It's true. Roots, you were running crazy on the Slack channel. Luke said, I'm going crazy. I was just saying that I was laughing. I was at work. I said, this girl will not kill me. Where is she? She said, I don't crazy. So, God, this girl. So the reason I'm doing this is because I want you to know how important and to know certain things up to a certain level. Trust me, I didn't gatekeep any information from you guys, even if I didn't go deep, because I don't want you guys to be scared or to be confused. Everything is one step at a time. So you guys have taken the baby step right now. Before you know, you start moving faster and better towards your goal. Okay, so the first person on the list is Rosalind. Rosalind, please, I would like you to go back to your GitHub and rewrite your README documentation. It is not it at all. If you know you don't want to keep the project there, you just uploaded the project for just your final project, then it is fine. I advise you take it down. Okay, but whatever one you want to do, it is up to you. But at my advice, don't keep that there. It is public. Okay, then the next person is Oba King. Oba King, please go and reconstruct your README documentation. It is not okay at all. And your files, so your images, you don't just put them like a file, you put them in a folder. But King, do you know how to do that? If you don't know how to do that, tell me. I'm going to show you in this section because I noticed you were kind of in a hurry because I think you missed the dates or something. You misunderstood the submission dates. So when I saw your project, what came to my mind was, okay, maybe she did this in a hurry. So if you did that in a hurry, it's fine. But if you don't know how to do that, tell me, just put in the comment section and I'll walk you how to create a file and put your images in your file folder. Okay, you don't just drop your images as an independent file. You see how long it was. It's going to be messy. Okay, putting them in a file makes it more professional and organized. And lastly, it is has it. You really struggled. Okay, look, I'm going to show you. I will show you. Okay, I will show you. I will show you how to do it. So the last person is Hazi. She said she has been under the weather, but even being under the weather, I still have to tell her. So in future, she knows how to correct it. Okay. So Hazi, please go back to your readme and fix it. Okay. So these three people, I didn't call you out. I didn't. I did it out of love because I want you to know better. So just like Oba King just said right now, she's struggling putting it on, and that is what she's going. One extra thing she's going to gain today, because assuming she didn't say it, there's no way I'm going to know. I will assume she did because others did it, so I will assume she knows. So don't assume, okay? Don't even shy away from it. So Baking, I will show you when I'm showing how to put your projects in GitHub, how to deploy them on GitHub, okay? So everyone, welcome to today's class, and yay! This is week 8, section 1. So week 8, section 1, what we're covering today is strictly where you're going to find your volunteering. Okay. Hazana, what happened? Why did you change your YouTube name? Hazana, why did you change your YouTube name? What happened? Okay, so what you will be doing today is I want you to know there's a lot of platforms out there, but you and I, we're going to look at it together. Which one is worth your time? When I say what's your time, which one are you going to search and be able to get volunteering roles, internships? For some of you, which is some kind of level, you don't even need that much of volunteering role. You can volunteer to, you can apply for internships. For some of you, you can apply for entry roles. You understand, based on the knowledge, the previous knowledge you had, and the ones you've gained here. Okay, so that is what we'll be doing today. So with that being said, you all know my name. Okay, love. Okay, hope you're feeling better now. Okay, so number one, I will show you, I think Oba King requested and some of you requested how to host not just your CV. Not just your CV, but if you have, I'm going to show you a few that I did way back. If you have a project and you feel you want this project to still have an accessible public link. Okay, my love, you're welcome. You want this project to still have an accessible public link. There are few platforms. Okay, I'm going to show you with GitHub, and maybe few of you might know one or two. If you don't, we'll explore it together. Okay, so if you have a project now, you did a project and you're so proud of this project and you want this project to be something that you always refer people to, like I think it was Choma, you that you are into software development. If that is what you want to still do, and you just built a site, a website or an application, and you want people to see it and you want to deploy it using just free packages, because on AWS you can't deploy it for free. You're going to be charged. So if you want to deploy it for free, I'm going to show you GitHub and few other platforms you can deploy. This will be for lifetime free till you tear it down. Okay, and the next thing we'll be covering is this, okay, fine. I'm going to show you for your own professional. I think who? I think it was Sophia. I think somebody. You have your own professional CV. I think Sophia still has her CV on AWS. Sophia, am I right? Yeah, I think she still has her CV deployed on AWS. So if it's so in that case, if you have still have something like that, you don't need to put it there because of cost. So you can deploy that on GitHub. Okay. And then we're going to do the volunteering. Where are you going to find volunteering? Entry level roles, just to be able to give you opportunities to spoil, destroy, break down, and fix. Okay, have that feeling of techie workspace. For data analyst, you experience what is the what does it take to be a data analyst, the day-to-day role, what tech stacks that they use, and all of that. Okay. And yeah, find internship at entry level, and also programs that help you to get more experience, like stimulated work roles. Yeah, there are some applications like that. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing today. And for recap, we've covered majority of AWS programs. What's it called? AWS software. Okay, so with that and with the references I have given to you, like AWS role architecture frameworks, AWS documentation, how to search, and you can even explore and learn from your console. AWS is one I think it's very beginner friendly, because even at your console, when you take your tab close to it, you can see what the services what the service does. They actually tell you the service does this and all of that. You can read through, and when you're clicking any button, you know, if I click this button, this is what happens, and that's what happens. So yeah, so you could learn from that as well. Okay, so now, based on what we've learned, what can you boldly say you can build? Based on your final project, what we've covered so far, what can you boldly tell me that you can build? Ajoke, Adako, Hazana, Oba King, all of you, Choma, all of you that did final project. Based on your project, what can you boldly tell me that you can build? What can you boldly tell me you can build? Can you put that in the comment section, please? Choma say a website. That's very good. Impressive. Nice one. Who else? Ajoke, why are you going for website? I don't understand. Ajoke, you're a DevOps, right? So why are you mentioning websites? Yeah, Ajoke, an application. Okay, so who else? Where is Adako? She ran away. Who else? What can you boldly tell me that you can build? Ah, agents. That's nice. So who else? And now the next question is, based on what you've worked on, when you see a problem, that's nice, Overking. When you let's say you're in a technical discovery section, when you hear a customer or a person talk about their business challenges, do you think you have gained the knowledge to actually understand how to technically put and plan a strategy to solve a real business challenge? A real business challenge. Do you think you've gained that skill? Like, I am a business person now, and any of you here, you're my IT consultant, or you're working for the company I want to use for the project, and I'm coming to you with a business problem. Obviously, I would say the problem. So, do you think you've gained the skill to articulate around the solution to solve that problem based on your field? Okay, Chioma say yes. Who else? Do you think you've gained the skill to articulate and build a solution to solve the problem. Do you think you've gotten that skill? Okay, that's nice. Okay. Okay, that's nice. Okay. Okay, so let's move forward. That's nice. That's a very good skill to have. Now I'm going to flip to GitHub, okay? So let's flip to GitHub. I'm going to share my GitHub screen with you. I don't even know which window I'm using. God. This is no, this isn't going to work. Sorry guys, I have so many things open in here. Okay, so now, yeah, this is my GitHub. I don't know how I open the GitHub for a different tab altogether. Guys, something is wrong. 1 minute. I don't even know the GitHub I'm sharing. Which one am I sharing? I have so many tabs open on my system. Sorry, just give me a few minutes. Let me figure out. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, I think it's this one. Okay, so now, for you to be able to deploy your application on GitHub, okay, first of all, you have to have your application, so your folders. So let's say for all of you that said you can deploy using so that you're confident in building a website. So let's say you want to build a website. Now to build a website, the function of the website depends on the tech stack you'll be using. So you could decide to use, you could decide to use, you could decide to use what's it called, index.html, which is something that is always there when building a website. Index is one of the major tech stack. You could use css. You could decide to use javascript, whatever tech stack you want to use to build your website. Okay, now you have that. For you to be able to deploy it on GitHub, first you come here. So let me use the example of the one I already did. So my repo. So first you go, I can remember the name. C. The name starts from C. I think it should be this one. Yeah. So this is, yeah, is this one. So first you have to have all your files, all your websites, what you want. Okay, let's say you want your website to have an image. You have to have the image here. This is the image file. Okay, now let's say you also want your website to use HTML. You have to have your HTML file here. You have to have everything you want your website to use. This is my HTML file. This is my HTML file. You have to have that there. But now you have to have everything you want to use. Okay, so you can see this is my index.html. This is my getting started, because I have a section on the website that is getting started. I have a section that is a documentation section built with HTML as well. I have a section on the website that is a dashboard section. All you want, I think, for all of you that say you can build a website, yeah, I think you should understand what I'm saying. So all the files that you want to appear on your website have to be here. Okay, it has to be in your repo, the repo you've created. You can create a new repo or you're working with an old repo. It has to be here. Then you're going to have your workflow. Okay, your workflow is basically deployment of what is going to go on, but this is not necessary. I did this workflow because I was using what's it called, I was using Docker. Okay, but for if you strictly want to deploy on GitHub, you don't need this workflow for now. Okay, then this is what you're going to do. You come here, you see where it says settings, you're going to click here. When you click on settings, okay, you're going to look for what it says pages. Okay, you're going to click on pages. Okay, now you can see your site is live. This site has been live for how long can you see here on my screen? How many months can you see on my screen that I highlighted? Can you see it? How long did you see there close to it that the site has been live? Can you put that in the comment section? Ruti, welcome. Can someone put it in the comment section? Can you see the months, the duration of how long this site has been live on my screen? If you can you please put that in the comment section? Yes, 9 months ago. That long. Yes. Okay, so this site has been here for 9 months without me paying a dime. So now for you, yours is not going to show like this because you don't have anything yet. Okay, so now once you click on setting, the next place to go is the pages. Okay, now when you click on the pages, you're going to see this, the source means where you want your page, like your website, to be deployed from. So you can see I left it as deploy from a branch. It means I want it to deploy from the branch where the folders are found. And now in my own case, the folders are found in my main branch, the main. Okay, if your folder is found in a different branch, let's say DevOps branch or any other branch, because the name of your branches will be different from mine. So if your project is found in a different branch, you have to select that branch. But my case, my projects, which is where those folders, the HTML folders I showed you, which is where they are, it is the main branch. So that is where I chose. That is why I chose the main. And once you've done that, you only click save. You see the save button here that is not highlighted now because this is already live. Once you click save, automatically you have a visit site. It gives you a site. This site, I'll drop it in the comment section. You can use the site anywhere. Anyone with this site, you could have access to this. Anyone with the site, you can have access to this. And the reason why another reason why you can have access to this is because this is not a private folder. It is not a private repo. It is a public repo. So assuming I did this and my repo type is still private, you can have access to this. Okay, so now with this you can have access. I can put this on my LinkedIn if I'm so proud of this project and I want to post it. I can put that on my LinkedIn and show to everyone. So let me show you guys what's okay. No, I don't want to go out from this page, so let me just click here and show you guys what the page looks like. I still left that place. Okay, no problem, I'll just share again. I wanted to share entire screen, but entire screen is not sharing. So oh my god, no, not at the stage. I want to stop and share. So this is what the page looks like. So you can see I showed you something called the dashboard HTML. So these are the dashboard HTML, the home and all those files you saw. So when I click on home, this is the home. This is what the home of the page looks like. Okay, and when I want to go back, I could click on future. It takes me back to the future. I click on coin. It takes me to the coin page. I click on documents. It takes me to the document page, and all of that. Okay, so this is what it looks like. If I want to go back to the dashboard, I click on the dashboard. So this is live and functional for 9 months. No charges. No charges. So if you want to do this with an app or your CV, I'm going to show you my CV as well, how I did it. You can do this. Okay. So you can do this. Okay. So now this is for the application. Now let me go back to CV. Sorry, to what's it called? To let me go back to show you the CV. Okay. And back in, then I will show you how to create a folder and add everything into a folder. So now this is this for the application. So now let's go for CV and see. So I should have my repo here, and we're going to look for resume. Okay, so this is my resume. Now, how did I create my resume? I decided to add CSS file. What do you know what CSS file does? CSS file is what adds all those color. You know when you go to a website and you see the colors and all those things, like those colorful designs and all of that, it is created with CSS. That is what CSS is, a markup. I think, okay, HTML is a markup language, I think, as well as CSS. They are not really programming language like that. So that is what is used to create them. Okay, so you can see I have my JSON, because there are a little bit of click buttons over here. JSON, what it does is it helps us with the click functions. Okay, that's what JavaScript does. And then you can see the access. Okay, my access folder contains my images and all of that. That the images and my CV. So you can see it has my CV folder in it. So now, without deploying it on LinkedIn and just uploading it to your GitHub, no one will be able to. It's number one, it won't have a public URL, a public address for anybody to be able to access it. Number two, people can only access it when they come to my page and if I make it public. Okay, so the advantage is having it and putting it on your LinkedIn. If you make it and you put it on your LinkedIn as well, it's clickable. If you take it and you put it on your website, it's clickable. The URL, so far it is public and hosted, still live, it's going to be reachable. Okay, so now the next thing is this. Same as that. So let's go back, same as the previous one I showed you. So you're going to have all the files, everything you want your CV to have, okay, in it. So then you're going to go to settings. Now, same pages, okay, same pages. And then you can see it's already live for 9 months ago. I updated it 9 months ago. So now it's already live. I could click on it and it takes me to the page, which we're going to do later. But still same thing. When you see source is asking for where this page you want me to deploy, where is it located? Where is the source? Where is the originality? Where is the folder? That is what the source means. And now I'm saying deploy from a branch, which means deploy using a branch in my repo. And then it goes ahead to ask me, which branch? This is the branch. Which branch are you using? And I get to select the branch, which is main. So in your case, if you're using a different branch, please select a different branch. If you're using main or master, most times GitHub could change the main branch to master. They could call it master. Sometimes they call it main. Okay. Then once you've done all your settings correctly, the only thing you need to do is to click on the save. Once you save, automatically GitHub gives you a live site. So I'm going to click on the live site and takes us there. Okay, let's close this. And once I click on it, and a few minutes, I'll just share for you. So once you click on it, you have your CV. Okay, so this is what the JSON JavaScript function in my CV does. So this button, without the JavaScript, this button, it's not functional. So when you click on that button on my CV, it takes you to my CV. This button takes you to my original CV, like the PDF file of my CV. So people, if you want to download it, you could download it and all of that. So this button takes you to the PDF file of my CV. This button takes you to, once I click on it, it takes you to my LinkedIn. And this other one takes you to my GitHub. And this other one takes you to my contact, skills, and all of that. Okay? Is it clear? Is it clear? What do you mean screw up to run locally? Ajoke, I don't understand your question. Ajoke, I don't understand your question. I think you have to repeat your question. I think you have to repeat your question. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how to create a folder and put, if you want to create a folder and put files in it, this is how you go about it. So Ajoke, I don't understand your question. You can go ahead and repeat your question if it's not clear. So then, if you want to create a folder, so let's say I'm creating a new, okay, let me just use one of this people. So now let's say I am creating this, let me use a personal, this one is organization. Okay, let's try to use this one. Okay, now you see these things here, this ones with this like a small paper folded, these are folders. While this one here, this one's with a just a single squeeze, these are files. Okay, now for you to create a folder, you see here where it says add file, you have to click on it. So you see here where it says create new file, you click on it. Okay, now let's say I want to create a folder. So now the folder name, let's say what's okay, and now this is the name of the folder. Okay, once I add a slash, that folder is created. Once I add a slash, the folder is created. Now you can see it says name your file. So now this is the section to name my file. So now I can say I want the folder to be Bootcamp folder, and then the name of the files should be images. Okay, and once I click commit to changes, it's going to say commit messages. Commit messages is always there on GitHub, because so for you to be able to trace whatever change. Okay, so now I'm saying commit changes, create image. So I'll just click on OK because I want to create the image in same branch as the main. Okay, if you want to change a branch, you can go on to change a branch, but I want to create it in the same project. So I go on to click commit to changes. So now you can see this here, this particular one here is my folder. And now you can see in my folder, I have what is called images. This is my file. So now let's go to this. Now you're going to see this folder named as Bootcamp. Have you seen it? So you can see the folder over here. So in this folder, I can decide to upload anything. So once I click on it to upload, if you want to upload any image or any file in it, you click on add files and you click on upload files. So let's say I want to upload something from my system, I click on it. Let's say I want to upload this and I click on it. And then I go down and I say commit to changes. And now in this Bootcamp, when we open it, you're going to see I have a file, the file I just loaded, which is 7 something something. So let's click. You can see this is my new file. Last commit now. Is it clear? Is it clear? Ajoke, we'll come back to your question. Let me just finish with this. I think I'm a little bit confused with your question. Just a few minutes. I'll comprehend. 1 minute. So is it clear? Oba King and every other person. Okay, Oba King, is it clear how to create a folder and add your files in it? It makes your README very professional and clean. Oba King, is it clear? Because you're one of the reasons I'm doing this. So you get to know. Okay, there. Okay. So now let's go to Ajoke. Ajoke says, let's see what she says. She says, I want to see how to run locally in yours. Ajoke, your question mark. What do you mean? Let me just go to my repo. So I'm going to delete this immediately. So now I want to delete this file. As simple as that. You click on this file. You come here where it says delete directory. Okay. So when you're using git, when you're using git command, a folder is called a directory. Okay. So when you see directory, it refers to a folder. Okay. So I'll just do commit changes. Yes. Delete bootcamp directory. Okay. So you can see immediately is deleted. Now let's go to Ajoke. Ajoke, locally what? I don't know what you're saying. Let me go back to my CV. So maybe that's what you're talking about. Why I'm going back to my CV? Just please try to make it clear so I know what you're talking about so I can give you answers. So I'm back to my CV. What do you want to see locally? Ajoke, what do you want to see locally? So why Ajoke? Well, I'm waiting for Ajoke. Any other question? So in my readme, okay, this is my readme. Ajoke, this is my readme. What do you want to see in my readme? So different readme for different types. I don't know. This is my readme, and this is all it contains. And let me show you another readme. And this is okay. This one is open source project that I did. Trying to look for personal ones. So this is another readme. So try to let me know what you're talking about. This is another readme. Okay, so while we're waiting for Ajoke to clarify her questions, we're going to move forward. Okay. Now, the next thing on the slide is, so now you know how to do your CV, your profile, and all of that. If you want to deploy on GitHub, okay, you can just go there and do that. Now the next thing is, I've done the GitHub hands-on. Now the next, okay, so now the next thing, okay, now the next thing on the profile, on the slide is, I think this is the most important for this section, okay? So please, this particular one, if you know you want to find volunteering, entry level, please make this as interactive as possible. Ask questions. So now I actually did a research on few sites I know, and I asked my mentees as well, the ones that they should give me the one that works, like the one that you could go and you could get something, not just sites that are just there. Okay. So now let's start with, so we have the first site. Have any of you come across Skilled Up? I don't know why I add Skilled Up Life. It's just Skilled Up. So have any of you heard of the word Skilled Up? So you have your phones. As I'm saying, you can just keep type it, or no problem. Don't be distracted. You can always go back to the video, just like Ajoke just made mention now. So, have any of you heard of the word Skilled Up? Like, do you know the platform, the volunteering platform called Skilled Up? Please, can you drop that in the comment section? Do you know of Skilled Up platform? Okay, I will just log in with my login details and show you guys. Not all of this platform that I have login details. So the ones that I do, I will do that with you. So this one is okay. So Skilled Up. Okay, you've heard of it, Shema. Okay. So for those that have not heard of it, Skilled Up is a nice place because I have gotten volunteers from there. I have mentees that have gotten volunteering roles from there. Even if most of the volunteering was there, you could go and they will not give you any job. If you go and they don't give you something real for you to practice, just tell them you are opting out of the contract and you leave, because you are going there for real hand projects. Most of them, you just go there and they do meeting upon meeting upon meeting without giving you something. And please don't apply for any role that is not in line with the career path you want. Don't just apply for random role. You're not like, it's like you want to be a cybersecurity engineer and you're going to apply for data analyst. There's no collab now. Go work. It's like you're just wasting your time. So please don't waste your time. Time is precious. Don't waste your time. Apply for roles that you know are going to add to you, to your skills. Don't just apply for role because you're looking for a volunteering role. No. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you. So this is it. This is So you're just going to type, you see, Skilled Up. That's what it is. There's no Skilled Up. Okay, it's called Skilled Up Life. Okay. I think it's a new branding. It's always been Skilled Up. I think just added the Skilled Up Life recently. So now you click on it. Okay, I already logged in. So let me share the one I already logged in. So let's remove this one and add the current one I am logged in. I think it's this one. So this is what the page looks like. Okay, when you're logged in, this is what the page looks like. And now you can go here. You can, for you to search, you're going to go on opportunities. Okay, from opportunities, you can see this has a lot of opportunities. So it has chat support, it has HR role, it has quality assurance analyst, it has product design, it has project manager, it has a lot of role, business and marketing analyst. So now developer, volunteer, this particular, you said this particular one, I could tell you is 100%. This particular site, I can tell you it's 100%. But they will not take you if you're applying for, they don't just take random people. So that's why I say you have to do projects. You're going to show them project that you've done that will impact them. Okay, so now let's say I want to apply for this role. Let's say we want to apply for sales manager role, for instance. If you don't have a project to show them on sales manager, they will not take you. That is, you see, project is valuable, not just for a real role. Internship, volunteering, because nobody wants to just take someone that doesn't know A. They want you to learn on the job, but you have to know A. And you come in there and you learn B and C and D. But you have to know one of the alphabet first and show them that you know. If not, they will not take you. I'm serious. So please, if you know you want to get a volunteering role, an internship role, an entry role, even a normal proper job, do real projects, solve real projects. It boosts your confidence, it makes you learn more, and it prepares you for what is ahead. Projects, I cannot overemphasize on your project. Okay, I've applied for volunteering here, and I can tell you 100%. You see the site, I can vouch for it. Okay, so now you see, let's say you're a pen tester. Where is Adako? Let's say Adako now that is into cybersecurity. And who else? All of you that did the cybersecurity role. And you've done tangible, I would say before you start applying for this, try to do, when I'm talking about projects, I don't want you to have AI on one side and you're doing your project and AI is the one even doing your project and you're not understanding Adam from the project. No. Yes, AI can assist you, but please, you have to guide, you have to lead. Meaning, before you do a project, understand the business problem in and out. Why am I solving this problem? What results should I get that is going to be a successful rate for this project? And then you can use documentation, you can use AI to guide you, not for them to think for you. So for this one, you can, before you start applying, if you don't have enough projects currently, I would advise you do like a 5 to 10 real projects. Put them in your GitHub. If you can do 5 to 10 real world projects in your area of specialization and you know the problem, you know what you're doing, you know each button you're clicking, why you're clicking, even if you're copying and pasting from AI, you know the reason why you're copying that code or why you're copying or why you're asking AI that question, trust me, it's going to go a long way. It's going to go a long way. So you store them in your GitHub. And when you're applying for this role, you give them your GitHub, you give them your LinkedIn. Okay, most of them, I'm not joking with you. I've told you I've applied for this. They go as far as going to your LinkedIn to see what you have there. Yeah, they go as far as going to, because the companies here are real companies that most of them, they just create, because majority of these companies are in UK. This particular site I gave you, UK and US, majority of them are, you can see Bristol, United Kingdom, but they take people from all over the world. You can see here Bristol, United Kingdom, Bristol, United Kingdom, United States. These are the volunteers you see here, but they take people all over the world. So, but you can show them what you do. And in UK, I majored UK and US because I have mentee in US as well. They have a program, like even if the company is a well-known company, they tend to map out a section because they know people need an environment to be able to have the skill. The jobs are asking for 10 years experience, 100 years experience. If you don't give people the chance, how are they going to have this experience? So these countries, they know you can't just have experience out of the blue. So most times they create that department, that volunteering department for people like you to grow. So, but they don't just give it to anyone. They give it to ambitious people that they see that are already putting the work, but they need a platform to actually practice and strengthen their skills. So if you don't have what to show, they will not take you. If you don't have to show, they won't take you. So then, now, let's say if Adako wants to apply for that one, she has it, what's it called? A project, you can go ahead and apply for that. Let's say now you say, okay, partnership with that templates. Okay, let's say you're into UI and UX designs. I don't think anybody's have that ambition here. I don't know. But if that is what you want to do, you can, and you have project to prove, you can just click on this. Oh, I don't know, when I click on it, it keeps taking me to a different page. Okay, I'll just share that page. We'll just keep sharing. I'm trying to share on my screen and I don't know what's happening. Okay, so I'll just share that page with you. I want to show you the process of applying. So let me try to see if I can share all my screen instead. So I don't keep just moving from one place to the other. So let's see, share. This is just frustrating me. Okay, no problem. We'll just keep moving from one place to the other. It's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to share the registration page for you so you get to see how it goes, okay? So let's share that one. No, not this one. Yeah, so it's this one. So now once you click on the volunteering, this is the registration page you're going to see. Anyone you want to apply for, okay? This is the one you're going to see. Then you're going to go ahead to click here where it says apply now. Once you click on apply now, then it brings up this form. You go ahead to detailedly fill this form, okay? Fill all of the questions that they ask you. And once you're done with that, you just click on review. And when you click on review, and it is going to bring up another page, and you click on submit. That's how easy it is. Okay, that is how easy it is. Is there any question regarding this platform before we move to the next one? Any question? Is there any question? Any question before we move to the next platform? Is there any question before we move to the next platform? Okay, so while I'm waiting for you, we'll just add this. So now the next platform is, another one that I know is trusted. Okay, maybe because of time I might not be able to share this one. This one you can find a lot of projects. Let's see. Well, we'll just be able to do just this one and few other more. This as well, I have been able to get projects here, but it's still international. Okay, it's still international, and they have lot of projects. Again, like I said, they don't just take anyhow person. You need to have projects to show that you can impact and you can do the job for them. Okay, so let's close this one. We're done with this, and let's share this one. Okay, so I'll just log in. Okay, so I am in, and I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, so this one, you just go to the site. As always, go to your browser, any browser you're using. Now you click use, this is the site. Okay, and then you come here, it says volunteer. Okay, you click on volunteer, it says find volunteer opportunities. You click on find volunteer opportunities, and now you can see advocates. This one have different ones, but you can filter. Okay, so now it's showing the region UK, because I think because it's picking up my location, I guess. It's showing UK. I guess you can filter based on, but I don't think Nigeria is there, but they take people all over the world as well. Okay, so now if you want IT, you can come here and filter based on IT. So you can do tech. Let's see. So now if you're into international STEM mentor, they want someone. If you're into SEOs, they want SEO volunteers. If you're into this volunteer recruiter, if you're a recruiter, this is for tech support. Trust me, you see these two sites I gave you. If you have projects and you're serious, you're going to get volunteering role. So this one, they want tech support, and this one they want chief technical officer, projects product manager, And this one they want, there are different roles. This one they want business system developer, and these are international platforms. They don't do because you're Nigeria. No, I have worked with people all over the world from these platforms. From these platforms. Okay, this one they want senior AI architect. Okay. So if you have project, because you have to show them project, majority of them will tell you that like the process is more like in, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. The screen went on to another. So, okay, let me just share that particular screen. I didn't even know I wasn't sharing that particular screen with you guys. Sorry, there. Okay, so let me share that screen. Stop and share. Okay, so you can, sorry, so if you want to filter, this one has a lot, not just tech. So if you know you want to filter by tech, I typed in tech here and you just need the search bar and you have a lot of tech. This has a lot. See, 208. 208 best match only. And they don't do, you have to be in UK, you have to be in US, all over the world. Like I said before, I've worked with people from Nigeria, from Uganda, different places, not just UK. Okay, so now if you want to, if you're into SEO, there's a volunteering opportunity for you. If you're into, if you want to be a tech support volunteer, as I'm talking to you, if you have projects to prove and you can go ahead, you can do this project that you can apply like now. So they want chief technical officer. This person is going to be specialized for product manager. You're going to manage their products for them. This one they want CTOs or chief technical product manager as well. So this platform, they treat this volunteering like a normal recruiting role. You're going to go through the interview. Is not that's I want to say the interview is not that stressful and tense. That's intense. Not that stressful and rigorous like a normal interview process, but you're going to go through an interview process. And the interview process differs based on the organization and based on the role. So let's say for Ajoke now, if you're applying to be a DevOps here, you know you'll be dealing with projects, you'll be pushing codes to deployment. So that particular role, they will have to ask you certain questions. So, and but not, still not as rigorous as a normal job, because obviously you know you're pushing codes to deployment and they want to ensure that the person knows how to use the code and all of that. So you can see, so we have so many roles. So many roles. There's one I just saw for the support. Okay, you can see this one is senior AI agent architect. There are so many roles in here. And you see these two platforms I've given you, trust me, I can vouch for them because I've gotten a lot. So website designers, you can get the website design role here. We can move to number 2. And all you need to do, and the application is very simple as well, just as that one. This one, the one Gen AI Impacts Event Organizer. Okay, that's different. And let's just focus on the AI rules. So this one they want, okay, let me filter based on DevOps and see. DevOps. So this one they want full stack developer and back-end developer and DevOps. So Ajoke, I think this one is okay. And you can see remote anywhere in the world you can. Anywhere in the world you can apply. So let me take questions. So I have one question from Ajoke. Nigeria needs to pay for subscription to join. No, I don't have this platform. A stand? No, this is not a stand platform, Ajoke. You don't pay anything here, not even a dime. No, Ajoke, you don't pay a pin here. These two platforms I've given you, you don't pay a pin here. So I don't know which other platform is a stand, but why would you have to pay to get volunteering roles? No. So let's take the question from Faith. Coach, will Slack still be there for us to run? Okay. That I don't know. So this is what you should do, Faith. You can go ahead and ask this in the volunteering group. So just ask, because I don't know. I don't, uh, not like I'm not the right person to answer this question, but I've not asked. Truly, I didn't ask. So I don't know. But advice, you go and ahead and ask the question on the Slack channel. Okay? I think the response from there should be more concrete. So let's answer Ruth's question. So coach, for the volunteer, do they, no, Ruth, you don't pay a dime. If any of you have a lot of projects and you want to apply, we can go ahead to do that. You don't pay a dime. It's free. You don't pay a dime, Ruth. Not a dime. Nobody takes anything from you. No. These people in fact, they are looking for volunteers, but they are looking for volunteers that have the skill, not just any kind of volunteer. So this particular platforms I've given you, I don't know for the other ones, but these two I have given you, trust me, 100% I've gotten a lot from it. You mean the company? I mean so coach, for the volunteer, do they pay or is it just okay? No, for volunteering routes, they don't pay. No. So routes, if you want paid, you should be targeting internships, but then you should be targeting paid internships. Paid internships. You should be targeting paid internships because not all internship pays as well. Okay? So for volunteering, zero. They don't pay nothing. They just give you a platform to get the experience. Okay? Which I think is very much okay. They are not stopping you from your and trust me, they're not stopping you from your 9 to 5. You're doing your 9 to 5. They don't. It's just like you're helping them. They will even beg you, like, when are you submitting the projects and all of the stuffs and all of that? Okay. It's just you're just in this country because it's mostly US and UK. This platform I gave you. It's the government makes it mandatory. They take volunteering very serious. So that is why you see a lot of volunteering positions to help people build the skill, but they don't pay. So it's like a way for them giving back. And that is why I volunteer. This particular country, volunteering is a very big deal for us, like helping, contributing. Okay. So now the next one I want to show you guys is there's another one. Okay, the one that Ajoke was talking about is hair. Then Ajoke, if that one is hair, then you guys should not do this one. Ajoke said this, sorry, Larry. Ajoke said this one they ask Nigerians to pay now. So please, anyone that they ask you to pay, don't pay. So for me, the ones I have used that I know is this Skilled Life, this Idealists, this what's it called? Forage, this rich volunteering. You see these four, I have used them and I wasn't asked to pay a dime. So please, if anyone from this list I have given you or any other volunteering that someone could recommend to you or you stumble upon yourself, don't pay. Volunteering, you don't have to pay for it. Okay. So now the next opportunity I want to introduce you to is, you see cloud providers, platforms are looking for people to understand cloud and AI because they think the gap is still there. So they are creating awareness, they're giving opportunities. Generally, the amounts and the awareness that they want for cloud and AI they feel it hasn't been reached yet. So a lot of organizations are pumping in funds for awareness, for coaching, trainings, and all of that. So these are opportunities that you can grab. So now let me flip to my LinkedIn. Yeah. So I'm just going to go to my LinkedIn. So let's I don't like this thing when I'll type something else. It just take me to another page. It's so annoying. Okay, so you all can see my LinkedIn, right? Yeah. So now let me search. I pray I still get to see that. So there is I kept fine. Okay, so now no. Um no, I think I can't find it there. Let's see here. Okay, so let me see. AWS programs for students. Okay, AWS current. Okay, so I'm going to share this one. I think I can't find it on LinkedIn. I'll be able to find it here. Mm, okay, so now you can see on August 28th. Yes, I think it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. Oh, I'm so tired of this just going up and down. No, not this one. So let's see. AWS current. I put problem, sorry. Current programs for students. Yes, so I think it's this early career. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yes, so this is, let me share it with you. I'm going to share with you right now. So I just found it. So it is called the early career. Okay. So let me answer Ruth's question. Ruth's, okay, can we also apply for the cloud admin even if I haven't? See, Ruth, for your case, like for your, yes, for you, I would say if you get a cloud admin job, you can do it. Not because I was your tutor, but if you come to me and you want me to mentor you to get a cloud admin job, I will ask you first, do you have the experience of being an admin? And you tell me yes, and that is what you're currently doing. Okay, do you know cloud? Because that is the administration you'll be managing. And you tell me yes. Those are the two skills you need to know. But while you're searching, so the answer to this question is yes, Ruth, because you're currently practicing as an administrator, even if not in cloud. And now you've gained the skills, the cloud foundation skills. So you can get a cloud administrative role. And for a cloud administrative role, you don't need to be very techy. You need to know how to manage. You need to understand the cloud environment. Understand the cloud environment very well. Just the same way your whatever administrative role you're carrying, whatever special like area of admin that you get to manage or control for the company, be it if it's humans, if it's projects, if it's anything. Now transfer that same skill, but now you'll be managing cloud. So it means you need to know the cloud environment, isn't it? You need to know your tools that you can using to work, you need to know how the cloud environment works. Like the cloud environment is right now your workspace. So if you know that, then yes, you're good to go because you already have an admin skills. Okay. But while you're applying, I advise you to do that. There are cloud admin projects you could do. We'll try to do like 5 to 10 cloud admin projects, and they're very easy. It's not cloud admin projects. You don't have to code. You just need to be versatile and know the cloud environment. Okay. Just need now you can deepen your knowledge and explore other cloud providers, Azure, GCP. Okay, so that was what I did. I learned AWS, but I know Azure and GCP. Yes, I can architect perfectly with them. The company I'm currently working with, our customers is 99% AWS, but I am familiar with Azure and GCP. Why? Because when I learned as a then, I didn't want me knowing just a single cloud provider to be a barrier to me getting the job. Okay, so that was why I specialized in one and I got to be familiar with the others. Okay, so if you can do that, yes, you can get a job because you already have the admin skills. So now, what you guys are saying, many pay tippings? No, you can't find for volunteering. They don't pay tippings. No, volunteering will no. No, they don't. Volunteering will they don't pay tippings. Okay, coach, would the admin project and look into it? Yeah, you can. Azure and GCP. So when you and Roots, if you can do the cloud partitioner entry certification, it's very good for you. So have you taken your time to search if you have a lot of if there are a lot of admin roles out there, cloud admin roles out there? There's something also called FinOps. So for FinOps, you will be the one in charge in managing the administration cloud costs. That is that is what a FinOps engineer does. So you see how I kept saying tear down your application, set what's it called, a cost alarm and monitor and all of that. Those are part of what you'll be doing as a FinOps engineer. So FinOps and admin is not really that. There used to be a role called cloud analyst. That was the first one I even did. But right now, as the world goes deep into cloud and AI, the roles changes and the requirements tend to just keep getting broader and broader. So let's see if it's question. It says, coach, for someone like me that would like to be a cloud engineer, what kind of projects can I work? Cloud engineer, DevOps roles, cloud support, you have a lot of opportunities. You know why? Because of what you do. A cloud engineer, your role is to set up, to spin up services. So now let me put it in a organization, team, or department settings. So before a developer, a cloud developer, not just a normal developer now, a cloud developer or a cloud engineer goes to say, the company is saying, we need 5 S3, AWS S3 buckets to be able to deploy for project A and B. The developer doesn't, for majority of companies especially, but some companies, they tend to mix these responsibilities for developers, but majority of them, it's not the responsibility of the developer to go spin up the service. Okay, so there's something called a platform engineer, manages the platform, the spin up, Then the work of a cloud engineer is, 1 minute, let me see. What's the difference between a, 1 minute. Platform engineer is not that vast, but is gradually coming into light. Okay, so okay, so let's see. So a platform engineer and a cloud engineer shares, yes, overlapping technical skills. Yeah, this is what I wanted to then show. Okay, so they share overlapping technical skills. So and this their responsibility differs based on organization. So the responsibility of a cloud engineer or a platform engineer or even a solution architect or even an admin, cloud admin, for a very huge enterprise company and for a startup is not the same. Startup, they tend to like add up the roles for people just to manage staffs and be able to work. So it's not going to be the same. But the standard role is the primary focus for okay, the primary focus stakeholders and success metrics. No. So cloud engineer will emerge AWS. This is not what I'm looking for. Cloud engineer will emerge the height of AWS. You just asking something, they will not give you the exact thing you ask. 1 minute, please. No. Um, so for a platform engineer, I know cloud engineer, they spin up what's it called? Resources, we call services, just like you have S3 and all of that. Why platform engineer is responsible for taking care of those platforms. Okay, but I just want to be sure. Okay, now for platform, what's it called? Cloud engineer, their main focus is cloud infrastructure, like I said. Okay, cloud infrastructure. For platform engineers, develop platforms. Okay, now their work type, you can work with AWS. When I say that work type, it means the tools or the platform they usually work with. So you could work with AWS, you could work with Azure, you could work with GCP. It depends on the cloud provider that the organization are using. And please don't be shocked. Some organizations use all three. The different cloud providers have different benefits. So if an organization know that they can use Azure for this business or for this workload and gain benefit from it, they use it. So some organizations use all three cloud providers. Yes. So don't be shocked when you go to an interview and you find such. So for a platform engineer, the platform and the tools you work with is what's it called? Kubernetes, CI/CD, which is continuous integration and continuous deployment. You work with developer tools and automation. So now the main thing you do as a cloud engineer, please listen. So as a cloud engineer, like I said before, I was right. You spin up the services. So if a developer wants to develop now, let's say they want to develop a website or an application, and the platform, the organization uses AWS. You as the cloud engineer, you're the one to set up the VPC, the EC2, the S3, the RDS, all of the service that the developer needs to, what's it called, to run the platform. That is your role as a cloud engineer. So that is what you do as a cloud engineer. Okay, so that is what you do as a cloud engineer. So I was right. So the goal of a cloud engineer is to keep the cloud infrastructure reliable, secure, and cost efficient. That is your role. So the reason why a lot of organizations use and employ cloud engineer is because number one, if they don't have a cloud engineer, Adam in the team can decide to go and spin up S3 bucket 2 and will not use it, and money is going. Peter from platform department can go and spin up S3 bucket 4 without even knowing that Adam has spinned up 2. Money is going. So they need someone to be held responsible from setting up the infrastructures, and that is you, the cloud provider. Okay? So now the question is, what kind of project can you do? The projects you can do to show your skills: spin up infrastructures, integrate infrastructures. Now, for instance, you can decide to build a website or an application using cloud. What skill are you going to show? You're going to show that you are confident, you are capable to spin up infrastructures. And this infrastructure, I'm not talking about what I taught you guys, just one. No. You are going to spin up like 10, 100, 50 at once. And this you don't just do by the console. You use what is called infrastructure as code. So you need to learn what is called infrastructure as code. So now, for me, I would advise there's this popular infrastructure as code platform that you can use to spin up services across the 3 cloud providers, which is AWS, Azure, and GCP. It is called Terraform. If you know how to use Terraform as a cloud engineer, trust me, is a heavy advantage for you. And now, when you learn that, you can now niche it down and decide to learn any of the cloud providing cloud platform that you know that you want to specialize in. Or you can decide to know the 3, because these cloud platforms, they have their infrastructure as code as well. So it helps the cloud engineer, the platform engineer, to set up services, cloud infrastructures fast and tear them down fast as well. So please do projects where you spin up infrastructures, but now you will not do this by clicking on AWS console. You will have to do this using infrastructure as code. Okay? If you can learn this skill, show the skill on GitHub, Terry, you trust me. Okay? So those are the skills that you can do. So what other question? So Shema says what? Terraform, what's this one? Yeah, it's very easy to deploy, very easy to tear down as well. So if you want to be a cloud engineer, please do. Roots, what is that? Cloud engineer, add you to the group. Roots, let me ask you. You were shouting, you were running, you want to create, so you want to do this on the platform. How did your project go? I forgot to ask you. What was making you want to create? Tell me, what is the difficult part that was making you want to create? What is the difficult part? Ruth, I want to hear. So please, Terraform, okay? Terraform is a very good one. Price calculator is very easy. It helps you to estimate. It's a service, and you can find that service in each of the platforms. So price calculator is not really. God, Ajoke won't kill me. Ajoke, did you help her out? How did you know it was price calculator, Ajoke? Woods, how is price estimates wanting to make you crazy, my love? Okay, so now, Williams, the thing is, I think your cloud side didn't work because 2 reasons. I can't give you like a 100% sure answer, But two reasons. When you told me, two things came to my mind, but my last week was extremely busy. I had a lot of client meetings and I didn't have time. So, but the two reasons are one, your what's it called? Your IAM wasn't given the permission to use this. Maybe. Yeah, as me you sent the if you can still remember the screenshots ever you have, I'll be able to build around it. Now the second reason might be your free tier. Because from a lot of complaints, Ajoke complained about CloudFront as well, and the limitation was free tier. So this might be the two reasons. One, permission access. Two, limitation based on subscription and the packaging you're using. Okay. Okay, so for estimation, you just estimate based on now the client is going to tell you we are expecting this platform to have, let's say, 100 users first day of launch. And now the customer is going to give you their estimate. They would give you because you don't know, you're not a winch, you can't just know like that. So now based on that, you're going to use that range to carry out your estimation. So now when you're doing your cost analysis, so when you're putting in your for your cost calculator, you could see they will ask you API, how many API call in a week, how many API, did you see something like that? How many API call in a week, how many API, these are estimations. So now based on what the client has given you, that is what you will not put there. So when they ask you how many API call in a week and how many URL, whatever, all those things. So you're going to put in those information based on the client's information. And remember, it is not an accurate cost, it's just an estimation. So, and now AWS cost calculator is really fabulous right now with AI. I think they integrated it with AI. So AI will, as you're deploying AI, will tell you how much to expect. Okay. Sorry, Favor, what's your question? Hey, God, this will not begin. Favor, I'm so sorry. What's your question? Favor, what's your question? Oh, sorry. Sorry, love. I didn't skip your question. Okay. So I think from this, let me try to trace it back. Okay, so I think your question is, thank you so much, Coach. Really appreciate. Cloud engineering and cloud security work hand in hand. I'm thinking of the truth is, the truth is, I will use myself. So people don't just have, I'm going to say yes, people don't just have just one passion for something. I'm a very passionate solution architect, super passionate. I love my job so much. And I'm also a passionate technical writer. Okay. I'm also a passionate developer relationship specialist. So these are things I love doing. Business and technology, which has the solution architect, teaching and mentoring, which is technical coach, AI coach, which technical writing, I love writing, which is technical writer. I love breaking down difficult concepts for people to understand the basics and be able to adopt it, which is developers relationship or developers advocates. So my advice is for SCOs, I think it might be a little bit. So, are you a student or you already have an experience? Favor. Can you answer me, please? Are you a student or you already have an experience? So, please let me know. So, if you're a student, I would say, fine, take the one you have strong passion for. But if you're looking at something that you can easily get a job, I think there are more opportunities around cloud engineering than S SOC. Okay. There are more opportunities. That is what I look out for truly when I'm applying for a role. As yes, as much as I'm looking for passion. Okay, you're a student. Okay, but I would say if you want something to get job fast, and you want, when I mean job fast, because obviously these roles are always coming up, opportunities are always coming up, so you can be applying and applying. Cloud engineer, it's really in a high demand. It's a cloud engineer, DevOps, solution architect, AI, they're really in demand currently. So that's my own opinion. Okay, so Ajoke, feedback. Ajoke, did you read the email I dropped in the Slack channel? So I sent a message and I said I won't be able to give feedbacks for like personal feedbacks like I usually do when I grade your assessment, because I used Google Form and not Classroom. So I, because I wanted to give you the opportunity to be able to select the career paths, and Classroom wasn't giving me that option, so I used Google Form. So I dropped in the Slack channel. I won't be able to give feedback, but I just, Ajoke, when did you come in? I gave the feedback for your assessment earlier. So I gave the feedback for your assessment earlier, and I called and um I also told 3 people to work on their readme. Okay, so do you want a personal feedback? Tell me if you want a personal feedback for yours, yes, because I detail you went through each and every of your assessments. So you want a personal feedback, but if you want a feedback based on email, I won't be able to do that because Google form doesn't provide such options. Okay. So coach, where are we getting our project feedback? Didn't know I have on the struggle. So tell me, which area did you think you struggled on? Actually, it's actually okay. You appreciate personal feedback. Okay. So give me a few minutes. I'll pull up your work. Okay. Ah. So where do you guys want this personal feedback? You want me to give you a personal feedback now, or send you on Slack? Ajake and Faith, and Roots. I know it is the two of you and the two cat and dogs in this place that fight hand in hand. Okay, the two of you. How do you want the feedback? Does the other person want feedback? Because it's the two fighting people in this class that is asking for feedback, personal feedback right now. So how do you guys want the feedback? Does any other person want the personal feedback? Okay, anyone works. Okay. So Woods, anyone works as well? Woods says on Slack. Woods says on Slack. Okay. Okay, so Ajake, let me try to see if I'll pull off yours. Okay. Oh, okay. Favor says personal, oh, more. Personal feedback for all of you. That is work. That is work. So, okay. So 1 minute, I'm going to drop the attendance while I'm giving personal feedback. Okay. So I'm going to drop the attendance for you while I'm giving personal feedback. So Ruth, if I can give you personal feedback here, I will do that. So let's start with Ajake that asked. So while you're filling the attendance, if you have any issue, let me know. And I would be giving the personal feedback here. Because trust me, I can't promise you. I can't promise you. Ruth, I can't promise you Slack because I'm super busy. Okay, so I just dropped the attendance. Please go ahead to fill. If you have any challenge, don't hesitate to let me know, please. Okay, so let's me go to your assessment. So no, I'm going to use, I'm going to assess you based on your GitHub, okay? So because that is the one I think it's public, and and um So let's start with Ajoke. So please, you see this site I have given you guys, please jump on it. If possible, jump on it today. Because as you're applying today doesn't mean you're going to get it today. They might respond to you later, but jump on it. Jump on projects. Write down 10 projects you want to achieve in a month. Okay, so come on. So this is for voluntary technical. Ladies. 1 minute. I think I have like a million tabs open. I think this should be it. So, hi everyone. Okay, no, not this one. Okay, it should be this one there. So let's start with the jockey. Would have seen you. Should I start with Wood instead? Maybe Judith. Okay, you Wasi, right? Okay, I've seen you. Okay. Okay. So based on yours, Ajoke, do you want me to show it? Do you want me to show the class your GitHub or no? Which one do you prefer? Yes, you guys can do it. Ajoke, which one do you prefer? Do you want me to show? Why are you shining your eyes? Okay, let me show it. Okay, so for Ajoke, okay. Now, I was impressed with, first of all, how she arranged this. Okay. I was impressed with how she arranged her projects and also her readme. I was impressed with it. Okay. And I was impressed with you adding this code. You know why? It makes it easy for anyone. Remember, I said readme is for, let's say now I come to your page and I like this project and I want to work on this project. I don't need to call you and say, Ajoke, what should I use? How should I do it? Readme should explain what the project is all about, how to get started, and which is what she did here. The business problem, the architecture. This architecture can easily tell you what to do, even if it's very small and I can't see it. Ajoke, maybe you have to increase your architecture, okay? So that it's bold. Okay? Just you have to increase it so that it's visible. Architecture should be readable and it should tell a story. But I zoomed out to be able, I could see the GitHub action, the request of OICD token and all of that. She gave a detailed architecture on how you should, what you should do. And she came back here and she gave what she did here is a sniff code. Okay. Ajoke, please go to your Gits, go to this. Okay. I want you to remove this. Except you remove it totally from here, okay? Or you tear it down from your account, okay? Remove it from your account. Don't put your personal details on GitHub, okay? Please remove it from here. Okay, Ajoke? Don't put your personal details on GitHub. Don't. Rather, you just put resources and leave it blank. Leave it with this comma and this comma. Don't put them there. So go on GitHub and delete it totally from your accounts. Okay? Delete it totally from your account. So this is what I like about hers. And now let's go into her folder. Now, this is the main thing. Her deployment. It's almost time. I might not have time to give back everybody to put the feedback here. So I will add feedback to tomorrow's class, okay? Because we're almost running out of time, we'll just do that, okay? And every other person feedback that requests feedback, I will do that tomorrow. So I like her, what's it called? Clean step-to-step workflow. This was one thing I read. And when I was reading it, I was smiling, even if she used AI, but it is clean. Okay? And everybody these days does use AI. Okay? And the next thing was I think it was your site. Yes, your site. So her site impressed me as well. So for me, based on what I'm seeing on your GitHub, I was impressed. For actually, am I going to say you're a beginner? Because I think you had, well, before you came to this boot camp, did you had prior knowledge of both what's it called, of cloud computing, or you learned it from the boot camp? Did you have prior knowledge of cloud computing, or you learned it from the boot camp? Yes, if you don't have the personal details, there's nothing with YouTube, Mary Jane. Do you have your personal details there? If you don't have the personal details, there's nothing. This is public. So anyone with your account can always go to your channel. So if you don't want anything to be seen on public, then you don't put it on public. That is why GitHub is there. As you are, you can have access to anybody's GitHub just by going to GitHub and typing their names. GitHub is there to learn and to collaborate. So anything you don't want on GitHub to be public, you put it on private. So if you don't feel comfortable putting anything there, don't put it at all, or you keep it private. Okay, people go to GitHub. Companies even use GitHub. They have personal GitHub that people go there to copy code sniffs and all of that. So they don't put their personal API keys and all of that there. GitHub is there for this reason. So don't put your personal details there. So Ajoke, okay, so you dived deep into the bootcamp and you did well. Okay. Coach, is it safe to post AWS screenshots with no, you don't post that with your ID. That's why I told Ajoke, take it down. Okay. It's not even on what's it called? Not even just on YouTube. So far that thing is going public. Don't put your ID. Don't put your personal tokens. Don't put anything personal there. Even if you're not showing it on YouTube and you're deploying your architecture, you're deploying your GitHub public, don't put any personal information, please. So Ajoke, go and take it. Like, you see that place where you have your stuff, go and remove it. And you see that OIC token you generated, if it's still in your account, go and delete it. Okay? So please, not just showing on this thing. Okay? So she said, I learned before, I didn't understand well until I learned the second time with you. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, trust me, you're really doing well. And since you're going for DevOps, Ajoke, there are a lot of DevOps entry roles even. There are a lot of DevOps entry roles. But it shouldn't end with this bootcamp. That's what I'm saying. If you can write 10 projects you want to do, put down the business problem. Okay, start with the business problem. Okay, AYZ, just make up a business, an hypothetical business. AYB, is having this challenge, and as a DevOps, they want me to do this. Okay, then you dive in. Once you're done with it, you go on YouTube, sorry, on um LinkedIn. You go on LinkedIn and you say, the business have this challenge. I solved it using this. Then you put a screenshot of the real results, the tools you use, the what's it called, the results, and all of that. Put it on LinkedIn. This is how I get a lot of messages. I'm not joking, because they know this lady is of she's already solving the problem. So if you can do that, I see a lot of you treat your LinkedIn like social media, like TikTok page where you go and post. Yeah, it's not bad posting yourself, but I barely post myself on this stuff because I treat them. I think it was Ajike that said it. I treat my LinkedIn like my CV. Okay. Okay. So with that being said, with that being said, so if there's no other question, please we can call it a day. Okay. So Ajike, go and remove your this thing after the class. Okay. And please, aside from YouTube, don't put your personal information out there. Hmm? Except you know the repo is going to be deployed privately. Okay, so what you're going to do, do you know how to do it? You go to your IAM, you delete that IAM entirely, delete it entirely, and regenerate a new IAM. So now you're going to have a new ID. Okay, delete the IAM totally, regenerate a new one. Okay, so you're going to have a new IAM role. Okay, so any other thing, any other what's it called, any other concern or any other question before we call it a day? So tomorrow is the last day for the boot camp. I will be giving you, or I will do, for those that want it, I will be giving you, love you too, my love. I love you all too. So I would be giving you feedback for those that want it. Ruti, I will give you your feedback here. I won't give it on Slack. So, but if there's any sensitive information, I won't share it. I will just go through it personally on the live and just tell you what I think. Okay. So, but we might not share it on the live because so if you have any sensitive information there, we don't get to show it. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm going to see you all tomorrow. So please try and come early. Try and attend the class early. Okay. So we have more time for questions and more time. Okay. And I think I should confirm tomorrow if when your certificate will be ready and how you're going to get it. And for this, someone asked about the Slack channel, if it's going to still be there, please. Mary Jane, no, I don't have the time to do feedback on written notes. Thank you. I do not have the time to do feedbacks on written notes. Okay. So, any other question or any other concern? Okay, so with that being said, thank you everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Try to come in early tomorrow and I will try to give you as much feedback as I think it's possible. But for the other 3 people, I think I already gave a feedback early. That's the only feedback I have for you guys. Just you're with me, you can work on it. Okay. So thank you everyone. See you all tomorrow.